What's some other big hoaxes that they've had?
Well, like one of the biggest one. Have you heard? There's a sucker born every minute. That phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that comes from the early 1900s.
How many babies are born a minute? If a sucker's born every minute, is there? I guess there's got. It's like what is it? One out of 100.
That's a good.
Thousand?
What's your guess? How many babies are born a minute?
In the world?
Yeah, let's do worldwide.
Worldwide? I mean, world
100,000.
is crazy. Yeah, 100,000 every minute.
I'm gonna say.
I think that's a lot. I
say
think
85,000 a minute.
I think it's much lower.
10,000.
Well, I mean, what are your? I mean, you're already already reading.
Yeah.
Is this? Are you real? And you're changing your answers a lot. You going 100 or 10,000?
I'm gonna go 100,000.
Worldwide, 100,000 babies are born every minute. You got to realize there's so many minutes.
So look at the actual.
I haven't looked yet.
That's a lot.
I haven't looked yet. I don't think. I said it's lower. I think it's lower. I have not looked at the number.
How much
yet.
lower?
I mean, I was going to say, 1,000, maybe if not 80.
That's not bad. Yeah.
53.
Yeah.
256. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say 100.
100,000.
256.
I said 85,000.
85,000.
There's a lot of misinformation going around.
Hey, one of us went to Notre Dame. One of us did not. Because I'm the guy I learned from the streets. You're your egghead. You're sitting here looking at the data. I mean, why don't you add up 85,000 babies a minute? Dude, we would have so many people. Overpopulation would be a straight up
higher than
that is kind of crazy.
He said 100,000.
Every 10 minutes, that'd be a million.
He said 100,000 people.
No, I didn't know. I mean, truly.
What do you said 100,000? What do you like? You go 100,000.
Yeah, but
then I go, there's
I'm
no way, dude.
meant-
And you go 10,000.
I mean, that's more like 350.
I think 10,000 is even. You said 100,000.
No,
why you keep saying no?
I said it, but now I'm backtracking.
I know, but you go 100,000, and I go, that's crazy. And then he jumped in 85. He thought that is crazy, Nick, you lunatic. 85,000.
He just
that's
tried
what
to,
Aaron said.
What he tried to do is Price is Right me. Like, let me just go 10 cents lower.
Should have been one.
Nick, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
But I was convincing because he went 85,000.
Yeah, I know. Nick, what are you, an idiot? 100,000? You should leave the podcast. 85,000. I was going to go 100, and then I thought, well, that's got to be more than that. So I said 1,000 was my low. 256 is the answer.
That's 2016 data, so maybe it's one up, Nick.
So maybe it's up to.
You know what? Yeah, let me know when you get the 2020
Yeah.
data. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nick said 100,000. So 256. So all right, what is
All right. So
so one out of it, you got a 1 out of a 256 chance to be a sucker.
Yeah.
So basically, the Cardiff giant is one of the most famous hoaxes in American history, and it happened in Cardiff, New York. So this guy got in this argument with this preacher. This preacher was saying in the Bible, it said there were giants that roamed the earth at one time, and he thought, I'm just going to mess with him. So he created this petrified 10-foot tall man and buried it. He had some help, but buried it like in the back of a yard, and then waited some time, and then got some well diggers to come, and like, oh, look what we found, a petrified man that's 10 feet tall. And it became this big thing, and they started charging money for it. People came all over around the world to see this, what they thought was a real petrified giant. And then P.T. Barnum was so into it, he asked to...
That's Nick's favorite guy.
P.T. Barnum?
Barnum. Is that not the guy? Who's the... I thought you know a lot about P.T. Barnum. Or who do you know about?
I know P.T. Barnum.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like the
You know
favorite
him?
guy. I don't know if little people are like, that guy, the circus guy, that's
Who
our
did you
hero.
who did you say you like that you talk about? Like, you read his book or something? Barnum, maybe I'm thinking that.
Bailey?
Are you like talking about
Who's the
somebody
other guy?
completely
Barnum and
different?
Bailey.
Barnum and Bailey? Is that?
I didn't read. I'm from Connecticut though, where P.T. Barnum lived in.
Did you do a movie
New
with
Haven.
him or about him? Or?
I didn't get that movie. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
You're
Maybe
like,
because you weren't a fan.
yeah.
Talking about the Hugh Jackman movie?
The Hugh Jackman movie.
Yeah.
I thought you just mentioned to me this weekend that you liked someone with like a name like that, Barnum or something.
I'm like, that's
Don't turn
like
on me just because
wildly
you
off.
said. Don't get mad at me
Like,
because you said 100,000. That's
Yeah.
what I feel like. You're mad at me because you said 100,000 and now you're belling on me.
I'm
And when we get
bailing
done
on
with the
you.
show, you're gonna go. By the way, I'm a big P.T. Obviously, I'm a big P.T. Barnum fan. Like,
I actually live in his old house. You know.
yeah.
I'm gonna bring the Helix mattress to the PT.
HelixMattress.com/Nate.
Well, P.T. Barnum offered $50,000 for the giant, and when they refused, he hired someone to create a plaster replica. He just started displaying that, saying, "This is the real giant. Theirs is fake," and it worked because people are like, "Oh, okay."
They believed.
So then,
See, that's the best. You could do all that before social media. If you were really great at working a room and a crowd, the original, like even newspapers weren't. He would get people there and just kind of go on this crazy.
So
thing.
he wouldn't let people touch it,
probably not.
and then that's why he wouldn't sell it for $50,000 because he's like, it's over if I sell it.
I don't know. I think he just was making so much money himself.
Oh,
People
okay.
coming around to
Charge it.
see it
Yeah,
that he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no way. And
Yeah.
then,
50,000 in 1869 is a ton of money.
yeah. So then, the phrase "there's a sucker born"
It's about 100,000 now.
Yeah.
a sucker born every minute is reference to spectators paying to see Barnum's giant.
Oh wow.
It's
That's
crazy.
right,
They were
yeah.
both fake.
Yeah.
I think the first guy sued P.T. Barnum saying you can't show this, it's fake. But they were both fake.
They're both fake. How did they eventually find out? Did they?
They went to court, and then the guy finally had to
Judge
confess.
goes, "Let me just touch it,"
Yeah.
and he's like, because he probably wouldn't let anybody touch it or get near it. You just looked at it from a distance.
The original Cardiff giant is currently on display at the Farmers Market. I'm sorry, not Farmers Market.
That'd be great.
Farmers Museum in Cooperstown, New York.
I think it should be at the farmer's market. Be like, you need eggs?
Yeah.
Or look at that giant.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we're still paying to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
pay.
it's a made up thing that we're all like, what an idiot. And I'm going to go pay. I'll go to Cooperstown and pay whatever it costs to go look at it.
Yeah.
I feel like you
That's
would bring us
insane.
there before you bring us to the Baseball Hall of Fame, though.
I would go see this. I think this would be
Yeah.
fun. I think I have a better chance of getting a story out of that museum than I do a
Yeah.
baseball museum.
Yeah.
If I'm looking for material, I'm definitely going to, that's got a way better chance
Yeah.
than going to the,
I wonder what the
I would go to both.
what's the management team of that museum like?
I heard
Like
he's-
still like it's like a family legacy where they
What's
keep
weirdly, I think I read something about he's 7 feet tall, the guy that owns it.
no.
Yeah. How crazy is that? That's why he did it.
That's great.
That's
Yeah.
why he did the giant thing.
They're all giants that run this
Yeah.
museum.
It's like
It's a big family. That's how they got into it. Because
This-
they would always get told they were giants.
this
up there.
sounds like a Billy Crystal movie, you know, like do you ever see that My Giant?
Oh, I was supposed to say, which movie are you talking about?
Yeah.
He was a movie about it.
About him being a giant.
George Marison was in it. Big George
Who's it?
Marison
Oh,
fan.
and he what is that?
I don't have no idea.
He's Billy Crystal's
Friend.
giant. Yeah.
And they go there and it's like Eastern Europe, my giant. You know, he's like
Yeah.
he goes around the town with him.
Yeah.